Welcome to my retreat, honoring, invoking, amplifying the new moon in Sagittarius and in Mula Nakshatra in the Vedic system and the winter solstice. In order for our retreat to flow, I'm sharing the information about why I chose what I chose for this retreat, which will be about 30 minutes, maybe 40. I'm putting all of the information into the description and even more in the emails that I send. So if you don't receive my emails and you want to, please click on the link that's in the description and you'll be able to sign up and then get all that information. So in order to not interrupt further, I invite you to gather together all the things that you'll need for our retreat today. And that is a candle and matches or a lighter, crayons, markers, colored pencils, 5 sheets of paper, a pen, a pillow, 2 pillows if you're sitting on the floor, and a blanket. So please feel free to pause the recording now, and then when you have everything, come on back. As we begin, I want you to know that I have infused my space, and by extension yours, with Reiki and Forest Reiki. It's yours if you want it. When we embody Reiki, that is, when we are Reiki, we share with our very presence. So please sit. Sit on a chair that has a back that will support you with a pillow between your back and that supports your head, or sit on a sofa where you can have a support behind your head, or sit on the floor near a wall so that you can support yourself with a pillow behind you. And now lean back. Lean against the pillow, against the wall, against the chair, against the sofa, and feel your whole body sigh with relief, with release. Let yourself feel more rather than less. Not as in push yourself to any edge, but instead become aware of what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And while you're here, let your body, mind, spirit land on the earth. Feel your seat spread as though you were sitting on sand, and you could feel the earth move beneath you. And you can have your eyes open or closed. It depends entirely on you and what feels right for you. And you can change that as we go. So let your body land. And now let the breath arrive in your body. No need to breathe it. It comes to you. Let the mind rest on the breath, as though the mind is tracing the breath as it goes into the body, as it spreads through the body, as it leaves the body. Let the mind rest on the breath. Let the mind trace the breath. Let's stay here for a few more breaths, letting ourselves land on the earth, feel cradled by the earth again and again and again. And we'll stay here for a few moments longer. As I wrote to my people yesterday, a seed needs dark in order to grow. We're not used to thinking of darkness as a nourishing force, yet it's necessary for growth and evolution. In the laws of nature, darkness is essential for healing, growth, change, and renewal. In the darkness of soil, seeds germinate. In the darkness of the womb, we grow. In the darkness of night, the body, mind, spirit cleans and repairs, making room for the next, for the new. It's important to balance this darker period, especially in the times when we're feeling that it's already dark and a difficult time. It's important to balance this darker period so that we don't become too heavy, too congested, or stagnant. So we can add elements of warmth and light, and we can stoke our inner light to create a compassionate, safe inner environment for ourselves. As my teacher, Jillian Pransky, says, compassion is the ultimate fertilizer to nourish ourselves in the dark so we can bloom again when conditions allow for expansion. So this dark moment with the new moon and the solstice is support and a reminder to remember just how much you have inside of you that wants to grow and shine. So let's light a candle as a metaphor for bringing a kinder, gentler light to illuminate what wants to rise and shine within us. This light, its light, like the sun, is getting stronger and brighter as we move from the darkest, longest night toward the light. This moment of the new moon and the solstice is a time for us to let what's ending finish so that what's next can come in cleanly. This is a moment of attunement and recalibration. It's a moment to decide where the light within you is rising. So let's make some space for that light to rise within us by acknowledging, by seeing, by writing down what it is that our body wants to finish or release. So take one of your pieces of paper and your pen and whatever you're writing on, and at the top of the page, write the words, what does my body, mind, spirit want and need to finish, to release? What does my body, mind, spirit want and need to finish, to release? When you've finished writing that, I invite you to put your pen and paper down, to sit in whatever way is comfortable for you. And if you'd like to touch along the front part of your spine, we're going to chant each of the seed mantras for the chakras. The chakras being those wheels of energy along the spine that we now know correspond to the nerve plexes along the spine. So even though they're really not in a hierarchy, we begin with the root, the foundation, which in the Mula Nakshatra tells us that this is our root, our foundation. So both hands, one hand, however you'd like to do that, we'll do each seed, each bija mantra for each chakra. Breathe in and pause. And here we go. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Hum, Om, Ah. So along the way, you're touching the root, and then the belly, and then the solar plexus, and then the heart, and then the throat, and then the third eye, the forehead, and then your crown. Let's do it one more time together. Lam, Ram. Sorry, I skipped one. Lam, we'll start again. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Hum, Om, Ah. Let's pause to feel those vibrations. And now pick up your pen again and write the answers that come to you in whatever form, words, phrases, lists, to answer the question as best as you can in this short time. You can always come back to it, and I hope you will, because things come to us once we set our attention on them. What does my body, mind, spirit need and want to finish, to release? While you're writing, I will play a bowl for you to continue the vibrations of the seed mantras, the bija mantras. At a certain point, I will ring the tinkshas to let you know that it's time to put your pen down and come back to it another time if you'd like. I remind you to remember that this is the beginning and that you are able and welcome to come back to your list whenever your heart desires. So the dark and the light need each other. We need to acknowledge the light we bring to the world. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. And when you think you've breathed all the way out, breathe out some more and pause again. On a new page with your pen, write this. How did I shine my light this past year? How did I shine my light this past year? And when you finished writing, I invite you to put the pen down and we will chant again. The seed mantras, the bija mantras of the chakras, beginning with the root chakra, right at the base of the pelvis, with your hand over them or your hands at your sides, whatever feels more comfortable for you. We begin. Inhale. Lam, vam, ram, yam, hum, om, and let's pause with our hands resting, feeling the vibrations in the stillness. And now I invite you to pick up your pen again while I play the bowl and write the answers to the question, how did I shine my light this year? And know that this is like opening up a bottle of wine that needs to breathe, and you get more of the flavors and the essences and the bouquets with each passing moment. So begin your list here and come back to it. Leave it out and come back to it over and over again in the next week or so. When it's time to stop, I'll ring the tingshas again, reminding you to remember that if you don't get it all down, and I'm confident that you will not, come back to it. Amritam Anandam Brahmani. Om Atma Hridaye Hridayam Mayi Aham Amrite Amritam Anandam Brahmani. Atma Hridaye Hridayam Mayi Aham Amrite Amritam Anandam Brahmani. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I speak from my heart. I write and teach and breathe from my heart. My heart is one with yours. Om, peace, peace, peace. I invite you to pause for a moment, to breathe all the way in and pause. Breathe all the way out, and pause. And now let the breath arrive in your body. As the sun shifts and grows, and darkness shifts and decreases, it's important to see and offer yourself the seeds of what you want to grow. This is a moment to decide where the light in you wants to rise, and to choose to let yourself shine. In this moment of this new moon and this solstice, your intention carries momentum. So I invite you to write at the top of a new page, what in me wants to shine in the coming months and year or years? What in me wants to shine in the coming months and or years? And when you're finished writing, put your pen down, put your paper down, and either rest your hands on your lap or your thighs, or touch the front of your spine, and we'll chant again these seed mantras of each chakra. Inhale, and we'll begin. Lam, vam, ram, yam, hum, aum, ah. Release your hands. Sit in the stillness and feel the vibrations. Let your breath arrive in the body. Feel your body landing, being cradled by, held by the earth. You have a right to ask for what you want. So if your eyes are closed, I invite you to open them, and we'll draw this time. So you'll need your crayons or your colored pencils or your markers. And I'm offering you what I've done, but please feel free to do what you would like to do or what comes to you. A tree, the trunk of a tree primarily, with branches the lowest branches coming out across the page. And you can color in the leaves or you can leave it bare like it is here in the Midwest of the United States. And I made ornaments in the shapes of hearts, but you can do ornaments whatever way you would like in order to hang from your tree one ornament per item that you have expressed or that has come to you to answer the question, what in me wants to shine in the coming months and years? I'll play the bowl while you have fun. And when it's time to stop, I'll ring the tingsas. What in me wants to shine in the next months or year? Let the sounds and the vibrations of the bowl bless your ornaments and your tree. You to remember that this is a beginning, that you are free to return, and I hope you will, to this list as often as you feel inspired to. Before you move away from this piece of paper, I invite you to write at the bottom, underneath the tree, write how you're feeling about what you just wrote. A word or two or 10, all of the above. If there were or are things that you doubt about yourself, that Maybe you put in an ornament, maybe you were reluctant to, and so you did not. I invite you to say to yourself, whenever you have these doubts, I don't know how I did XYZ. I don't know how I did that, but I did, and I am fulfilled. I don't know how I traveled with my family, but I did, and I am fulfilled. I invite you to breathe all the way in, pause, breathe all the way out, all the way out, all the way out, to land on your seat on the earth and feel supported and held and loved for all that you are. Because all of you, all that you are, is welcome. It takes courage and it takes strength to be aware of, to nourish, to elevate, to choose to shine your light. And so I offer you a version of the fearlessness mudra. It's believed that by organizing our hands in a certain way or ways, we infuse and we bathe the cells of our body, our whole body, mind, spirit, with the mudra's meaning, with that hand gesture's meaning and intentions. So using the fearlessness mudra doesn't mean that you're fearless. It means that you are cultivating your fearlessness, that you are invoking your fearlessness. This used to be easier to do. And that you're committed to doing and being all of you, no matter what. Despite the fear, or maybe because of the fear, you're devoted to doing it anyway. So there's two versions that I offer you. One is to cross your right wrist over your left to let the pointer fingers take hold of each other, the middle fingers take hold of each other, skip the ring fingers, and let the pinkies take hold of each other. And now touch the left thumb with the left ring finger and the right thumb to the right ring finger, and just hold the position as best you can for as long as we're doing it, or use an easier version, which is to touch the pointer middle ring finger to the thumb and to leave the pinky fingers extended, and to hold them in place, maybe in front of your heart. This is a sacred moment in time this weekend. Move slowly this weekend and beyond. Choose rest. Treat yourself with kindness and as the sacred being that you are. And reach out to me when you're ready to schedule your sacred day, because you are sacred. Let's breathe all the way in here and pause. And breathe all the way out and pause. And now let's rub our hands together to generate some heat. Cup your hands gently over your eyes and feel the warmth from your hands in your eyes and their sockets, your cheekbones, your jawbone, all the way down to your heart. Place a smile behind your eyes, behind your lips, behind your heart, and let the softness move in to your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Let's bring our hands together in front of our heart so that we might honor ourselves and each other with the word that's used throughout the Himalayas to say hello and goodbye, and which means the light that is me honors the light that is you. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Many blessings on this new moon, this winter solstice, and always.